Hello, everyone, and welcome to our once weekly show. My name is Michelle Marie, and I am both a Vedic, let's get this thing going. There we go. A Vedic and Western astrologer. We were talking beforehand, so we were, anyway. My name is Michelle Marie. I'm both a Vedic and Western astrologer, as well as a tarot and oracle card reader. And then my other hat is I'm a search engine optimization specialist, which Tanys tells me to remind the audience. So thank you so much for joining us. It's so good to see all of you here. And we hope you came with lots of questions, and because we know it's been a really dramatic month. We were just talking about the astrological energies.
Absolutely. I'm Tanys Coughlan from the Twillow Lifestyle Community, Twillow Lifestyle Academy. I am a Reiki Master, Crystal Master, Celtic Shamanic High Priestess, a channel, and an HR consultant. Happy to have you here.
Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Karen Stillman. I'm a mentor coach, transformational mentor coach, retired from obstetrics and gynecology practice, and shifted from the allopathic medicine into more natural ways to help people heal themselves with their health and wellness.
Oh, we're so happy to have you on the show, Karen. And we have such a great community, you guys. I mean, Twillow Lifestyle Academy and community is just full of fabulous professionals like Karen, who is she's an MD, and she's also really into finding alternative therapies and methodologies that can help you live your best life and stay mentally, emotionally, and physically well. So thank you for joining us, Karen. It's an honor to have you here. And yeah, so just Jen is here. Good to see you, Jen Kennedy. Rachel is here. Rachel, I hope you're feeling better, honey. I know you've had quite the week. Jiao, so good to see you, Jiao. We hope you're doing well. So before we get to your questions, because I already see that they're coming in, I'm going to talk about the astrological energies. And it is my absolute pleasure to say to all of you that they're getting better. Yay!
I'm so excited.
Oh my gosh, this eclipse season was insane. And then we had the planetary wars and I mean, it was just so much. And so October and November were like drama. Okay. But December is going to be so much calmer. Okay. So the only thing we have going on is a Mercury retrograde at the end of the month, along with a planetary war between Venus and Mercury and some Gandantas. But these are Gandantas that we go through around this time of year, every year. Okay. And that's on the 28th and 29th. All right. So there's no big drama taking place, even though we had a really complicated year full of like crazy conjunctions and wars and eclipses and drama. 2022 ends well. So that's good. We can take a breather. So the good energy that some of you might already be feeling is, especially if you're a Sagittarian or a Pisces, is Jupiter went direct on November 23rd, which was wonderful. Okay, although Mars is retrograde, he's not picking any fights this month, so that's good. And yes, good for you, Tanys.
Yes.
And there are three Gandantas. Now, that's going to be Mercury, Venus, and the Sun. Okay, and that isn't too unusual because they occur 3 times a year, and this is around the time that they occur this time. Okay, a Gandanta is basically a spiritual knot that can make us feel stuck or unsettled until we pass through it. Okay, it's kind of like giving birth. Like you have the baby, just to kind of make an analogy for Dr. Karen. You're pregnant, you have the baby. There can be some ups and downs, but the whole process of giving birth is like, whoa, So, but once the baby's out, like
you have that beautiful baby in your arms.
Bingo. Yeah. Once you pass through the Gandanta, the heavens, part, and you've got this beautiful new energy in your life. Okay. So Mercury, who rules our intellect and our communications, goes into Gandanta on December 2nd. So just watch the way you speak. Don't make any big intellectual decisions on that day. Not a good day for tests and things like that.
Which day was that, sorry?
That's December 2nd.
Thank you.
Okay. And then Venus, who rules our relationships and money, goes into Gandanta on December 4th. So no big decisions regarding money. Or try to be nice to your spouse. Okay. And then the Sun, who rules our ego and our vitality, is going into Gandanta on December 14th. Okay. So this is a natural energy. We go through this 3 times a year, and the planets, they're moving out of watery Scorpio and into fiery Sagittarius. So whenever planets go from a water and into a fire sign, they pass through this Gandanta. It's like a giving birth. Okay. So Mercury and Venus or they also transit really close to the sun, so we can expect a little drama as they pass through the Gandantas, but it's nothing out of the ordinary. Okay, so just watch out for December 2nd, the 4th, and the 14th. Those specific days for those specific planets, and you should just be fine. Okay, be calm. Don't try to do anything crazy on that day, especially given the planets. What they represent. Okay. So the really unsettled energy, not like we had last month, thank God, arrives on the 28th and 29th because Venus and Mercury are going to war, and then Mercury turns retrograde. So it's like, okay. So Mercury is basically going to take a step into Capricorn. This is a sidereal calculation. And then he's going to retrograde back to Sagittarius just before New Year's Eve. So if there's a little bit of drama on New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, just know that that's what's going on. Okay. I'll go into detail later as this energy approaches. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, Saturn remains in his own sign of Capricorn, so there's no drama there. Oh, thank you. And if you want a more in-depth analysis of the coming month, what this means for your sign specifically based on your moon and your ascendant, you can sign up for a membership at twillowlifestyle.ca. It's only $11 Canadian a month. Okay, that's super cheap. And you're going to have access to all kinds of other stuff on the site. And I will let Tanys take it from here.
Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff, not just from our awesome astrologer, beautiful astrologer. We also have stuff from all the other teachers on the site as well. We've got some great new recipes going on there from our essential oil specialist and new card readings and all sorts of fun stuff on there. Anyway, on with our card readings for tonight. What we have going on this week. So we are having opportunities show up. So embracing the future. You see, we have a door there. So doors of opportunity are opening up for us. And we will be launching a journey. So as those opportunities open, you're going to be going forward. And they're going to be ways that you can share of yourself. So that means that this is my 2-2 card. So it's all about, there's being unique. There's no two zebras that have the same stripes. So it's all about being unique and finding that inner joy. And you'll see her 2-2 is pink. So that's often about self-love for me. Okay. So sharing of yourself, sharing love with those around you is going to be big. There may be some stuff that you need to stand firm on. Okay. So stand in your power. And there's so much light coming in though. I love this one because there's all this growth on the side. So we've got all that growth and you're standing on top of the mountain. So you're king of the mountain, you're going to have to accept what is. So there's going to be some stuff around the holidays that we're just going to have to accept what is. All right. This week particularly. But you see that she's holding the rose, right? So that's really about being gentle with each other and embracing the inner joie de vivre is what's coming to mind. Okay. So really embracing that. And also you're going to be igniting courage, but don't worry because you see this horse that's jumping over there with ease. So we're going to be called upon to show courage, but it's courage to stand in your own power. So if you look at the standing in your power, right? Standing firm. We need a bit of courage for that. Right? And that's okay. Because that's all about boundaries. There's all these expectations being thrown around this time of year. So it's all about boundaries. So making sure that you have those boundaries in place because this is a big manifesting time. We're going to be manifesting this week and rising above. Look at that. That's an awesome one to end up on. We've been in all this mud, right? All this mud over the last 2 months. And now we're rising up out of that into all this light and connecting with spirit. Okay. And again, it's a lotus. So, and it's pink, all about connecting and love. So that's what we have for this week. It's looking better.
And I love that, Tanys. It really fits with the Jupiter energy that's going on because Jupiter is guru to the devas and the gods. He's got the lotus. It's like coming into this benefic energy, no lotus, no mud, no lotus. So I love that. Yeah,
we have to have both we have to have the denser stuff that like we've had to really appreciate the good stuff that's coming. So
completely. I love that. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I don't do card readings per se, but what I help people with is this stressful time more recently with the Thanksgiving, if you're American, the up and coming Christmas holidays, if you're celebrating that particular holiday, or any other seasonal challenges that you may be facing. So I have a technique that helps you get into that subconscious where you find you even anticipating an event, coming up with family, friends, triggers that are going to come. And with all of the planets and all the help with the card readings, what I get to help you with is those specific triggers for you so that you can tap into that subconscious, totally release those triggers, get rid of that energy that's negative, that is feeding you in different patterns that aren't serving you any longer, and filling you up with that love and light so that you can move more freely and experience the positivity that both Michelle Marie and Tanys are explaining.
Fabulous. Thank you, Karen. Oh my goodness. So we're going to go ahead and get into your questions, guys. Thank you for coming. I see Jen is here. Jao is here. Rachel's here. Jacqueline's here. Yay, Jacqueline.
Hey, Jacqueline.
She goes, jumping with ease. I appreciate that. That's from
Yes.
Jacqueline. So yeah, I love that. I love that card too. It's a good one. Okay. So our first question is Jen. Good to see you, Jen. Welcome back. Hi, I'd love a general message if you have time. It's so good to see you all. It's good to see you too, Jen. So the first card, that 4 of them flew out at once. So that's kind of the energy when the way that the cards come out tells me the energy of what you're going through right now. Okay. There's a need for balance in your life. Okay. This is Archangel Zadkiel. Okay.
And I got chills on that. So they're really wanting to get that across.
Yeah. Remember, Tanys, I ran into him during the channeling class and I was like, who's this guy? Who is? So he's asking you to kind of balance your inner and outer worlds. There's a need for balance and moderation in your life because these just went bleh, and I was like, oh my gosh. And I found myself picking everything up, right? Cooperation and compromise. And if you're thinking about something, you need to be patient and wait for the perfect timing. Okay. Because this is all about patience. So I said, what can she focus on to achieve more balance? And I got the Emperor. This is Archangel Michael. Another fabulous angel. He's very, very in tune with Tanys and organization and logic.
With him today, actually.
Bingo. Well, he's just showed up.
My clients.
Awesome. Yeah. All right. So he's showing up in the reading today, and he says organization and logic, structure and discipline, leadership. And then, okay, so I had this this image of you literally like building blocks. There are certain areas of your life that kind of need to be built and given some more structure right now, whether that's your finances, your relationships. They're telling me it's more than one area. Okay. So finding balance through pursuing structure is what they're saying, because what that's going to lead to celebrations. 3 of water. It's going to open up the door for some great positive energy. And it says a celebration, a wedding, a graduation, or a birth announcement. And it's going to allow you to have a lot more fun. You're not going to have to like be balancing all this stuff all the time. You can actually let loose and play a little bit. Okay. Because they're telling me you do have a lot of responsibilities, but through organization, they can be made less daunting. And as you begin this process, don't have the fear or illusion of being trapped. It's an illusion. Okay. And they're also saying this says a lack of self-confidence and afraid to take action. Do not be afraid to take action on this part. You got the Emperor, Archangel Michael. Okay. So you have angelic support to help you through this. And you have Zadkiel too. So you have the support and love from the angels as you start to make these organizational and more structural changes so you can open up the door to fun. So I said, that's kind of a lot. So what can she do to kind of practice self-care? And I got Nourish Your Temple. So maybe creating a diet plan for yourself that helps you stay calm. Like I actually read yesterday that, I rarely eat eggs because they're rajasic. And I'm a vegetarian, but I had an egg the other day and I blew up at my husband. It was like, where did that come from? I never do that. It's because we were in the car, we were going to run out of gas. And I just was like, turn here, you're not turning. And I'm like, where did that come from? It was like, I need to like not eat eggs. So yeah, so that was kind of that's the image they gave me, was like, just kind of watch your diet a little bit. It can make you a lot calmer and feel a lot better. All right. And then I got soak in the bath, relax. Tanys she can give you some crystal ideas. for balancing your energy. That's what they're telling me to do. She needs to balance her energy, and she's got a lot on her plate. And then I said, what is she thinking about? Because I saw the whole celebrations wedding, and I got forgiving and learning. Okay. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. And then I got that you need to take a retreat and kind of disconnect from the world once you get all of these things in place. Okay. You need to take a step back. All right. So I hope that was helpful. Spirit had a lot for you, and I'm wishing you lots of love into this holiday season. Take care, Jen.
Hello. So I have quite a few jumped out, like Michelle said. It was like, and the first one, they're reminding you to step into stillness and listen to your intuition, right? We got this big moon, step into stillness. My power is born in the majesty of silence. So step into stillness and tune in. Proceed softly. My two, stepping into stillness, proceed softly, take the time, smell the flowers, drink the tea, right? Proceed softly and trust your intuition. Okay. So you are intuitive. Allow that to come through, because there's some healing that's going to happen for you. You're going to be breaking down some barriers. So you've got some new growth here, but all of this is going to need to be trimmed back, right? So you're going to be doing a bit of releasing in the next little while of behaviors, thought patterns, those kinds of things, because really they're asking you to be in flow. Don't push against everything. The resistance is what's creating some of the stress for you. Okay, so just allow things to flow the way they're meant to. Okay, savoring pleasure. So savoring pleasure is all about taking the bubble bath. So really, they got the 3 cards that I have is about self-care and relaxation, and I got all 3 of them. So really, Jen, I hope you're planning a day at the spa or something, right? Because you're going to start to manifest your dreams really soon. Okay. And I asked what that was about, and it's something to do with children. So it's something about your kids. You need to have faith and hope. Okay. It says have faith and hope because there's something positive and new on the horizon that you can't see. So I feel like actually that you may be struggling with something with your kids, and they're just saying, don't worry, they're good. Have the faith and hope. Everything's going to be fine. And if you're looking at something new, yes, the timing is right for this new venture. The timing's right for this new venture. A happy outcome follows your positive expectations. And the one I had following that was the prosperity card. So definitely if it's a business related thing, I would say yes. As you honor and follow the guidance of your heart, prosperity is coming to you now. So that's the trick that I would say. Make sure that you're tapping into your heart space to get a yes for that, right? Feel how it feels in your body. Picture yourself doing whatever it is. And how does that feel in the body? Okay, because that's really about tapping into your heart space, doing something making the decision out of love instead of out of fear. Okay, do something that you would love to do, something you feel passionately about, and then the abundance will follow. Okay, hope that's helpful, Jen.
Hi, Jen. With what both Michelle and Tanys had said, my favorite phrase to remind people, and it just came about when Tanys was speaking, I was hearing something regarding work. Ask yourself, what would I love? Not what you can do, not what's permissible by your education, your age, who you know, your contacts, but what would you love? Would I love this? Instead of going from the conditions and limitations that you may see around you, there is all sorts of resources out there for you to tap into. So the only question that you really need to ask yourself is, would I love this, or what would I love? And with the balance piece, Tanys gave you some great suggestions. But the other one is, when Michelle was speaking, came to me was the pranayama, alternate nostril breathing. So sometimes we don't have time to get in the bubble bath and do this, but you can spend 2 minutes if you're anywhere, even if you go into the bathroom and start doing the alternate nostril breathing. Do you know how to do that? I'm not sure if the yes is for that or not. So that's your thumb blocks the right side, the ring and the little finger block the left side, and you take a breath in and out. And ideal, the in and exhale are both equal. So if you were going to then inhale on the right for a count of 3, then you switch and then exhale on the left for the count of 3. Inhale on the left for the count of 3. And then alternate out on the right for the count of 3. And then start again. It's called alternate nostril breathing. There's all sorts of great YouTube videos, but that's something that even if you did 2 to 3 minutes of that a couple times a day, that balances your energy, that balances your brain and mindset. It relaxes the body. It's simply fantastic, and it's a great way to just drop into that heart space so you can then ask, would I love this? Or what would I love? Michelle.
I love that, Karen. My husband and I do that every morning, Jen, and it's fabulous. And literally, it's super easy. Like she said, you put your thumb down and you go, but this is really good for allergy season. My husband taught me this. You stretch your nose out, go. And then what he taught me is 1, 4, 2. So in 1, hold for 4, out 2. And I know there's different techniques and things too, but yeah, there's multiple. Yeah. And then there's
inhale, hold, not. It's just depends on your goal.
And then you can just go back and forth and do that. And it's fabulous. We do it every morning. It calms me down because I've got a lot of vata energy, which is nervous energy. And it's so great. So, and then Rachel Rose Farber says headstands work as well. Be careful with those. But what I do is the shoulder stand because I don't want to break anything. But yes, thank you, Rachel. We appreciate that. All right, Jen, we're sending you lots of love on your coming week. Okay. All right. So Jal says, hey, good to see you, Jal. Welcome back to the show. Any messages from my guys on what's next for me? Thank you. Okay. There's a lot going on for you, Jal. All right. The first thing I got was the Queen of Water. You're becoming more an empathic, patient, loving, and tenderhearted. And there might be someone with this energy in and around you that's kind of making this positive influence occur. Okay. It says relationships develop to a new level. Trust your intuition, care for yourself and others. So I asked for a little bit more clarification and the 6 of water came out. Okay. This is your childhood. You see the 2 little baby mermaids playing in the water. Okay. Having some fun. She's got both hands up. She's being very joyful. And it says memories from your history or childhood, issues regarding children, or romanticizing the past. Okay. So they're showing me as a child, and you're working through some of these energies, and you need to be really gentle with yourself as you do this. Okay. Because it's going to not only help you, it's going to help those around you once you kind of break through these little blocks. So I said, what do his guides want to impart through him? And I got the Charity card. Okay. And it says prayer and contemplation. Connect with heaven, ask and you shall receive. So they showed me you sitting in meditation. There's actually a wonderful channeling exercise that Tanys can teach you. She's always available by appointment, where you can connect directly into your guides and speak with them and get direction. And so you need to do that. They're trying to reach you. Okay. And they're helping you develop this beautiful side of yourself, your intuition. Okay. Now, empathy and intuition are associated with the feminine qualities within us. We carry both masculine and feminine energies with us. Okay. And so this is what they're trying to help you develop, because there's some psychic energy in your field. Okay. That they're trying to show you. And then, so I asked Ganesha, what areas does Jal really need to focus on? I got empowering yourself, your solar plexus. Okay. So this is your Manipura nakshatra, and it is linked to standing in your power. Okay. This is kind of the opposite of the more defined feminine energy. So there's a need for a bit of a balance there. All right. They're also saying have some yellow in and around your environment. Citrine is a very helpful stone for the Manipura, as is yellow topaz, if you can spend a little more. But citrine does the trick, especially a nice citrine point. And the main energy overall I got was sustenance. Okay, this is what you're working on. You're working on nourishing your desires, is what they're telling me. Okay. And that they're saying that there's more than enough support to nourish your desires, but you need to sit in meditation and let them help you, because they're encouraging you to appreciate all the blessings and treats and gifts and friendships and love surrounding you right now. And nourishing your soul can mean that you can find really interesting, exciting, and stimulating ways to experience life. So this is a time of growing, of learning, and of changing. You're tapping into that masculine, like empowering kind of energy that you're showing, because the Mars rules the Manipura. It's represented by Aries and Scorpio. So they're trying to like bring that out, but at the same time, help you with your intuition, help you with those more feminine aspects of yourself. Okay. So, they're saying, listen to your inner dreams, your hopes, listen to your wishes. Interesting. On occasion, it may mean acting in ways that are contrary to what others expect or hope for from you. Okay. I think that's why they showed me that solar plexus energy. You got to start kind of setting just some healthy boundaries. Okay. I hope that was helpful, Jal. Sending you lots of love. Thanks for joining us. You're on mute, love.
Yes, I am feeling healthy boundaries would be a good thing. The energy you were tapping into the beginning, I feel like it has something to do with your mother, Joe. And boundaries might be a good thing. Okay. This is a citrine point. That's what Michelle was talking about. So if you can get your hands on one of those, that would be great. Okay. Now that you have asked the angels for, this came out right when you were talking about receiving help, Michelle. Now that you've asked the angels for help, be open to receiving divine guidance and assistance. You deserve heaven's help. So that's just confirming what Michelle was telling you. All right. Next one is, you are flying high right now, which may threaten others. Don't descend, because others will soon be inspired by your example. So that also goes with what Michelle said. So there's going to be some things where, people are going to be like, why are you flying so high? And a little bit of jealousy coming in there, but it's all good. You do you. That's what it's meant. That's what you're meant to do. And then ask yourself, what do you desire right now? Visualize it and it will come about. Negativity will block its progress. And I'm feeling like they're encouraging you to do something creative. So she's got a paintbrush in her hand there. And so I feel like they're calling you to do something creative. I feel like there's like this little, they're showing me like a little fire, like a creative fire. And they want you to just add air to that. Okay. So, interesting. I don't know if you like incense or not, but incense or essential oil, something like that is going to light that creative fire for you. Okay. The other one, if you're looking at crystals, would be a carnelian as well for creative fire, because you are a spiritual teacher. You have the ability to counsel others and help them awaken their spiritual gifts and divine life mission. Okay. So, if you haven't already, start tapping into your intuition, because it's going to come in for you. Believing in magic. That's what you need to do. You just believe in it and it will be there. Okay. So just believe in the magic, and magic is around us every day, right? So you don't have to look very far. You just have to appreciate the little things in life, because that's where magic is. So they're asking you to look a little deeper. This is all this stuff that's inside you. So look inside for those deeper gems of wisdom. Okay. And step into stillness. So reminding you to step into stillness. We've also got this big moon here. And so the big moon is also about that intuition thing. So the more that you can do this mindfulness, I think you said that you were going to be doing mindfulness for 10 days in December. That's awesome. They're saying kudos to you. So step into that stillness so that you can start to break down some of those barriers, because you've got this stuff here on the outside is stuff that is no longer serving you. So you've got this new growth coming with all the light coming in. So cherish yourself. Okay. Have that cup of tea, because you're going to emerge into grace and you're going to soar into joy. Okay. So I hope that's helpful. And spiritual journey that comes through every time for you, Joe. So yeah, step into that. I think the mindfulness is great. It's going to help you activate.
Wonderful. And things that can complement that are I'm not sure if you have an exercise or a yoga practice. A yoga practice with lots of downward dogs, upward dogs. So the flow series, sun salutations to help activate that solar plexus, get your energy moving. And if you are in an area where you can actually do a hot yoga class, that will also help fire up all that's going on, so that you can get to those beautiful pieces that both Michelle Marie and Tanys were speaking of. And ideally your classes will give you a moment to find that stillness, get into the breath work, and really have that, you're on your mat, you're there for you. And when you take that time for you, you really find that the rest of the things in your life really start to blossom.
I love that you mentioned sun salutations, because those are so good for the solar plexus. Thank you for recommending that, Karen. That's such good advice. When we have a weak sun, like mine's debilitated in my Navamsha, that's one of the remedies. So yeah, that's awesome. Thank you. And Jiao, I know you mentioned that you are going to practice mindfulness for 10 days in December. That's awesome. If you need any help channeling, I'm taking a class from Tanys. It's phenomenal. Okay, Jiao, she can help you. Just do like a mini session with her, and she can like take you through visualization to help you reach your guides. Okay. And then you said, thank you. Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you for joining us, and good luck with all of that. And then Julie's here with us, and she says, love the sync, for I just pulled citrine runes before I got on Facebook. Well, you're just tapping into spirit, Julie. Thank you for joining us. All right. So let's see here. Our next question is from Rachel. Rachel, I know you've been through it. So we're sending you lots of love and light. Okay. I'm struggling with severe hip pain. I'm taking herbs. I don't know what this is. I want to know what this is. I pulled it this weekend. What can I do to help healing this faster as far as nutrition, herbs, movement, etc.? I'm upset I can't work out and it's not getting better. Okay, before I pulled any cards, they told me that you need to focus on rest and hydration. Okay, you just got over COVID. You need to give yourself some rest. Okay, try not to just run back and jump into everything. Okay, because I got that. You're good. It's going to be okay. It's going to work out. The 10 of water is an excellent energy. A contented, rewarding family life. Your emotional and material needs are going to be met. Trustworthy relationships. You've got some really great things coming your way. And there's Rahu being on your moon creates a lot of fear and anxiety. And then you're going through your Rahu in nodal return, your Rahu Ketu return, which like amplifies all this energy. So they're saying meditation, a calm environment, and what they want you to instead focus on, okay, is focus on an area of study. Okay, this is the page of Earth. We've pulled this for you before. Take a class. Okay. It says good news about financial matters, wanting to do something more challenging, a new area of study. Okay. That's what they want you to focus on, and know that you will be victorious. I got the victory card, 6 of fire. You have so many skills, and just like if you look at this guy, he just won the war. Okay, so they're saying that a lot of the issues that you are going through right now are psychological. I am not a psychologist, but I highly recommend that you sit down at least once a week or more with someone either online or in person to kind of help you through this. Okay. As for your hip pain, it could be your sciatica, something like that. You're already taking herbs. If it gets worse, go see a doctor. But they're telling me that a lot of the issues that you're pushing through are psychological. And guess what? That's in your chart. The Rahu Ketu, they're messing with you right now. Okay. That's just what they do. All right. And the reason you signed up for this was so that when you push through this, you will be victorious. Okay. You will push through this negative energy. So I said, how's she going to do that? You're a Farber. So I pulled Monte Farber's karma cards. I got 4th house in Pisces. You need to start a spiritual practice at home. Once you're feeling better, there are some yoga exercises you can do for your hip. You just look them up on YouTube. There's the Sivananda Yoga Vedanta centers are excellent as far as instructional videos on how to move your body and nutrition wise and things like that. But they're saying fourth house is all about the home. It's your sanctuary, and Pisces is all about developing your spirituality. So sitting in your home and doing these things, like our home is a spiritual environment. We do our yoga in the morning. We do our breathing. We have a full altar where we do our mantra practice. We listen to kirtan and music and solfeggio music throughout the day. Do this in your house because it will bring you so much calm as you push through these energies. Okay. Because they're very difficult. And again, you said you're a yoga teacher now. Don't do that when you're in pain. Because yoga is not about pain. It's about relaxation. It's about preparing your body and your mind for meditation. And if you're in pain, you can't do that. So, that's definitely something to look into. And I said, self-care wise, what does she really need to do? And they're like, she needs to drink a ton of water, more water. Okay. Hydrate. You just got over COVID. Okay. And you're an extremely active person. So I know this is driving you a little nuts, especially with that moon and Aries energy. You're like, go, 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 do. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Go. And then with Rahu right there, it's like gasoline on a fire. Okay. Calm. You're learning calm. That Piscean energy, that watery, spiritual Piscean energy is trying to come in and create more balance in your life because there's too much Pitta, there's too much fire, there's too much Vata. Okay. So, I know Karen and Tanys have a lot more for you. I'm sending you lots of love as you deal with these energies. And thank you for joining us. And we wish you well. Okay. Take care.
Hi, Rachel. So Michelle mentioned the psychological aspect. So I pulled out this book. Okay. Louise Hay, Heal Your Body.
I love that.
Okay. Book. And what it says here is for hips, the psychological thing is fear of going forward in major decisions. Nothing to move forward to. So you have tons to move forward to. It's your fear that you're holding on to. So the mantra is, I am in perfect balance. I move forward in life with ease and with joy at every age. Okay, so that's the mantra they're recommending for hip problems. Now, when I picked out your cards and you moved to sofa, okay, well, yeah,
that'll do it.
That's going to do it too. So you really want to ask your body for a message. What does it need? Right? Your body knows itself. What does it need? But I did get the improving health card. So you are on the mend. Just ask your body what it needs. I also got the fresh air, sunlight, and a massage. So I would do those things in trying to heal faster. I think that would be great. And there's something that you should do some research on. So I think that you're intuitive. So I feel as though if you go on and you do a search, you're going to be drawn to something. Do the research on it. Okay. I'm not saying necessarily go with it, but do the research on it. It's telling you to look at all things. So there's something else out there that's going to really help. But there is a stressful situation as well, right? So stress is definitely playing a part in all of this. So just make sure that you're able to disconnect from that stress, if not permanently, at least in little chunks, so that you're not really being mired in it, right? Because that's that inability to move forward is that hip thing. So that's that, if you're really mired in a situation, it's really hard to get out and move forward out of it. So I think that there's a piece of that for you. There's also the Expect a Miracle card. So I don't have any doubt that you will get over this. Much like Michelle's victory card in this, expect a miracle. Everything's going to be fine. Okay. Just step into that relaxation, the breathing and all of that. Okay. Toxic workplace. Yeah. That's a stressful situation. So just be sure that you're taking time to disconnect a little bit from that. Okay. Hope that's helpful.
Great that you're a yoga teacher. You know some of these moves that can help, but there is a time and a place to lean into activity versus the rest. Right now is that great restful time. While you're doing that, Tanys did pull out a great resource that I use as well. And the affirmations are wonderful, although sometimes the body can go, I can't believe that. I can't lean into that. And that's where you're in conflict, and that can add more fear and more frustration and more angst. So what you can with your 37 trillion cells in your body is add a lovely little qualifier, a part of me, and then go with the affirmation, or I'm in the process of leaning into trusting the universe. Because if you try and go into and dive in head first with, I am, trusting the universe to provide for me and give me whatever, and if you really don't believe it, the walls that you're building up will get even bigger and deeper And so we don't want that to happen. The goal is to make it so that you can shift the piece of you that you can, because out of the 37 trillion cells, what if there's 10 that do believe in that, right? So make that 10 and repeat the affirmations. So saying them once is not the goal. The goal is to say them repeated 2 to 4 times, 5 times a day, tied in with meals or other habits that you can do regularly, so that you can say a couple of those multiple times a day and really lean into that. And then the other piece is working with, if it's a work-related thing, what would you love? What would you love with work? Not looking at what you're trained for, what you know you can get, what's available in the workplace. There's no restrictions. You're like a 6-year-old. What would you love? Oh, I want to be, the fire, drive a fire truck and be a, firefighter, and I do this as well as I'm going to do that, and I'm going to be an astronaut. Like the kids, they dream in leaps and bounds, and there seems to be no end to what they would love to be able to do. So ask yourself that one question: what would I love? And the other pearl that I love working with, and Tanys referred to it as well, is ask your body. And you can sit and be mindful, or I also like to get pen and paper, or you can do it at the computer, whatever suits you best, and ask your body. Oh, my hip, I'm not sure if it's left or right or them both, but let's say it's your left hip. Hi, my left hip. I love you because you've enabled me to do, whatever pose, or I can do this or that, or if you're a runner and whatever else you can do. And I love that you help me, stand tall and support myself. I'm not feeling the love from you right now. What is it that you're trying to tell me? And just intuitively journal. It will come out, especially if you take that time to start writing. It gives some of that chance to slow down, as well as be focused on the writing, rather than if you're thinking it only, then other thoughts pop in and you have to go, oh, thank you for that thought. I'm going to go back to what I asked. So the focused journaling, writing a letter to that body part and telling it first how much you love it, to open up so you can receive the message that what it's trying to tell you, is really, really helpful. So I hope that helps.
That is such a great exercise. I love that.
Awesome.
And Tanys, you look like you were having a conversation with your guides. Anything you want to share?
Yes, I was.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's. Well,
It was
hey,
actually.
I'm taking your channeling class. So I'm just looking over there, going, "Oh, full house tonight." Okay.
Yeah, I got a full house. It's actually for Nathan.
Uh-huh.
I was checking in. So he has a question, and so that's what it was about. So if we're done with Rachel.
Okay, we're going to get to you, Nathan. No worries. Okay. I just wasn't sure if you were going to add something for Rachel. Okay.
No.
And Rachel, yeah, I pulled that 4th house. The 4th house is opposite the 10th house. So creating a spiritual sanctuary at home can give you a nice reprieve from the stuff at work. And it can also help you shield yourself before going into battle, because that's literally what you do for a living. You're in the army. So, yeah, sending you lots of love, and we hope that you have a better week. Okay. And remember, just rest, drink lots of water, take care of you.
Mhm.
All right.
I just saw, Michelle, if I could interrupt, I see
Yeah.
she indicated that it was the left hip. So
Yes.
if I'm wrong, so that is also dealing with some of the past, not only fearing the future, but there's something that happened with you in the past that you're holding that into your body, and it's staying with you, so you cannot move as you would love to forward in the future, because with your future, you can only change your current situation now, but you can then transform as you make changes in the now for that future, so that you can have that. So making a shift now, but it might be prudent to ask as well, what about my past left hip? Like, what is it that you're trying to tell me? And then, ask, what is it about my past? That could be very helpful.
And the left side is also about feminine. It's about your mom's side. So there's something to do with mom. So if you're thinking about doing some healing work, focus on like mommy issues. Okay. Hope that's helpful.
Oh, all right. Sending you lots of love, Rachel. And she says, you guys are done with me. Haha. Thanks all. Like, we're never done with you. We love having you on the show, Rachel. Okay. So we're going to get to our next question. Now, you guys, we're getting a lot more questions, and we end around 5. So if you want your question answered ahead of the line, go to paypal.me/astrologicaltarot, or my Square link. It's in the description. Okay. You can just click on it and tip. Okay. So our next question is, let's see, I'm going to get you in order. I think it's Pooja. Yes, it is. Pooja Gupta. Welcome back, Pooja. It's good to see you. Hello. General message for me. Thank you. I pulled such good cards for you. It's just ridiculous how good cards. I mean, first I got the 10 of Earth. This is the 10 of Pentacles. This is the happy family card. This is like everyone's just happy around the Christmas tree, just after a big dinner. It's just good family, great, bright energy. Okay. And it says a very happy family life, financial security, finding magic in the little things. That's perfect for this time of year. And then I got the Judgment card. So there's a time of renewal that's coming up in your life. It's Archangel Jeremiel. So this time of renewal is, let's see what Tanys has.
Sorry, but it fell
renewing
out right
your
as
life.
you said that.
This is the time of renewing your life. Well, there you go. So that's a double message from Spirit.
You cannot make this stuff up.
Exactly. So we're going to be reviewing a few things. You're going to be evaluating some things in your life. But it's going to be a favorable assessment. Okay. You're moving in a new direction. Okay. But it's a positive thing. This is being supported, because then I got promise of the future from my Whispers of Ganesha. Okay. So basically notice that. So be assured something new is on the horizon, renewal. Okay. And notice that Ganesha, he has his palms outward. This forms the Ubhaya mudra. It's a gesture of fearlessness. And this is a mudra of reassurance. It's of safety. It dispels fear. It accords divine protection and bliss as you go through this new process. And notice that his crown here is yellow. All right. So the yellow chakra, we were talking about this with a Jiao. It's your solar plexus chakra, your Manipura. And when this chakra is balanced, you're going to exhibit a lot of confidence, some reliability, some responsibility, some purposefulness, some motivation as you move into this new energy. All indications are favoring that this is a new time of awareness for you. Okay. You're going to seek new outlets for your creative expression, which is really exciting. And this heralds the beginning of a new phase in your life. Okay. So Spirit is asking that you take time to reflect on your desires, reflect on your dreams. And, because you're going down the road toward a new creative endeavor. All right. And ask your guides for help. Okay. Because they can uncover the desires of your subconscious mind for you and help you follow any of these like creative nudges that you're going to feel along the way. All right. You may experience them as like innovative sparks that come to you unexpectedly, is what they're telling me. And this momentum will start you down the path that is going to involve a different view of the world, which is good. So just kind of reflect on your past endeavors, review, reflect, and take time to acknowledge and understand the lessons and the blessings that they taught you. Because when you feel gratitude for what this has led, for the path that has led you to this point of time, you can receive the gift of freedom and choose what you will pursue. Okay. Because it's going to be really bright and beautiful for you. There also is going to be an ending taking place. Okay. But know that life has all of its cycles. This is just how things work. And though experiences and through these choices, they're going to be learning and growing so much. Okay. So you're steadily progressing through many phases of your life. And just know that with every ending comes the promise of a new dawn, which is what Ganesha is standing in front of. And so I asked, what can she kind of focus on this month? And I got family. I got the family card again. Okay. So really just focus on being around your family and in kind of as much of a supportive environment as you can. And I'm really excited for you, Pooja. This is great energy. And I can't wait to see what Tanys says and Karen.
So I have a couple of people here that are actually being quite insistent that they want to come through. So I have your cards, Pooja. I just need to know if anybody knows a Doug and a Gord. Older man, passed with something with the chest. So either breathing or heart. So they're here. So I'm not sure if anybody can claim them. It may not be anybody here, but if somebody is here, please let me know. And we'll see what we can do with that, okay? Because they're standing here. Okay, back to Pooja. This is what I was tuning into, Michelle. I don't go out of my way to do the mediumship stuff, but when they come and they're like at me, I sort of have to follow through with it. So for Pooja, we have, yes, renewing your life. So you're getting rid of some stuff that no longer serves you. So that's like an ending in something, but there's lots of new stuff coming in. You're going to go through a period of stepping into stillness. This one's coming out so much tonight. Moon. tapping into your intuition. But what's coming to me in this one mostly tonight is about the star and the clouds up here. So really spending some time, I feel like you need to just connect with the moon and universe. I know that sounds a little funny, but go outside and just on a nice clear night in the next little bit, just connect with the sky and the universe, okay? Because there's something there. I think it's going to help you to tap into some of this, the ancient wisdom. It's going to help you to awaken to some of this ancient wisdom, okay? And you're going to be launching a journey. So this may mean some travel, but it's launching the journey that's key. So it's really about stepping into that, and then you just keep charging ahead. So I feel like there's something you've been trying to do that you're a little worried it's not going to go, but this says keep charging ahead, don't take no for an answer, and expect miraculous solutions to occur. So whatever this new endeavor is, see, it's coming from the dark into the light. That's where we're starting to see it there. So I feel like you've been on this journey that's been a little bit tough, and now it's starting to open up. You're starting to get this light coming in. And just know you're going to be the one standing on top of the world like this, right? With lots of growth and lots of light. So it's going to work out the way you're hoping, and you're going to end up flying free. So this is all about as well your spiritual journey. You're going to find a lot of peace here. This is a dove, so it's all about peace, flying free, and I unfurl my wings and fly. And then you also have another flying one. So flying is that air element. So really tap into air right now. I feel like when you go out and you're looking up, make sure that you're be conscious of the wind and stuff on your face. All right. You are flying high right now, which may threaten others, but don't descend, because others will soon become inspired by your example. Okay. So really lots of great stuff. It's like you're sloughing a few things off to lighten the load so that you can really rise and meet that destiny is the word they're giving me. Slough off so you can meet the destiny and stand in your power. Okay, Pooja, I hope that's helpful.
Hey, Pooja, I don't have really much to add other than listen to your heart and lean into what it is that you would love. Just take a step back and be mindful and hear the messages that are coming in for you, so that you can ask the question, asking the guides, and just, asking yourself, what would I love? It's a really powerful question that can help your guides, when you have some idea, and even if you don't, well, what might be good? What might I love? Even if you feel like you're drawing a blank, then just, if something comes up that seems so far-fetched, well, write that down. Don't judge any of the ideas that come through. We don't want to filter. We don't want to edit when the ideas are coming. So when they're coming, just make a list. Don't judge. Don't comment. I know sometimes when I've done this with different clients, and Monday I had a client, and what we went over, and things were coming through. What ideas he wanted, especially with his sleep. And I heard baby blue. I don't know what baby blue is, but I don't judge it. It could be absolutely anything. I've done it a year ago with a group as well, and heard yellow Post-it notes, atlas, cartography, and flying pink pigs. And I don't know what they meant. And I got an email back a month later. They were traveling somewhere. They were pulling out their map, and then she looked up, and all of a sudden there was this pig with wings at a restaurant. So they finally stopped and went in. They met someone in there that was a great connection for something for them. So I don't know how the pieces go together, but just see what comes to you. Just lean into that and enjoy.
Beautiful, Karen. Sorry, there we go. Maybe I'll come back into focus, but the baby blue, I just did a chart for my final exam, and I was going through Venus, and one of the colors for Venus is baby blue, basically pastel colors. And so that's really, really great for your creativity. And what were you going to say, Tanys?
Oh, I was just going to, Pooja asked a question about the ancient wisdom card.
Mm-hmm.
She's asking if she has to work on her crown chakra. Yeah, crown chakra and third eye. Having those two open and functioning smoothly, but really about the whole system, right? Because we have to bring in the energy. into the whole system. So the more you can get the whole chakra system working, the better. But developing the ancient wisdom, definitely I'm feeling third eye because that's what it's pulsing for me right now. So third eye for you, as well as the crown. Okay.
And lapis lazuli, would that be good for her third eye?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I got. Good. Okay. Thank you for joining us, Pooja. And it says, yes, hearing all of this brings me so much excitement. Oh, I'm so glad. And
Awesome.
I will let you know when things get started for me. Let's see if it goes back. There we go. Really grateful to the universe for my guides and these new ventures coming up. We're so excited for you, Pooja. It's going to be fabulous. Okay.
I need to pick a guide for her. There's somebody that's trying to get through.
Okay. I'll try to choose one too.
Holy Spirit, expect miracles. Remember that only love is real. Miracles can occur naturally. And Mother Mary. Tap into Mother Mary.
Okay.
Love and peace. Let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. Mother Mary, Mother healing is possible at this time.
Beautiful. Well, that makes sense for the family cards that we got too.
Yeah.
And then I pulled Melchizedek, higher learning. So you're going to be stepping into a path of higher learning. They're also telling me you've learned from experience. There's inner study right now to further your progress. So channeling your guides and allowing them to help you move forward. And I've actually met this guy from our class. So that was kind of cool. All right. So we're sending you lots of love, Pooja. He is. And she goes, thank you all so much. I work on all of that. Excellent. Well, best of luck to you as you work on that. And we're really excited for you. Come back and let us know how you're doing. Mm-hmm. Okay, Nathan, we're getting to you. All right. So my question is, I would like to know anything about my future and are my loved ones around me in spirit? The answer is yes. Okay. The three, I went to my past life cards. And this one came out, biblical. Okay. This is not just someone from biblical times. This is someone who read the Bible a lot, like maybe a grandparent. Okay. Because then I got that a male and a female stepped forward from the past. Then they are with you right now. Okay. And a baby. So this is for maybe Karen can pick up on the baby energy because she's definitely the baby making genius. But what their message to you was, you're taking on too much. Okay. They are with you. They do love you. When some people pass, they either jump into a new body and so that they can learn more experiences. And again, this is timeless. So it could be in any time, in any era, etc. Or they move up to the next realm of thinking and being and doing. Okay. These are family members who stepped into another realm of thinking and being and doing. They're saying this. They're saying this from a higher vibe channel. That's what I'm getting. And they said, you're taking on too much work. Okay. You need to learn to try to accept help from others. And your life is out of balance. And there could be some stress-related health concerns that are bothering you. Okay. So that's what they're worried about. Okay. But again, this is someone who read the Bible a lot. A male and a female and a baby energy, okay, from your family that's around you and trying to get through. And know that even though this was a baby in the physical, they continue to grow on the other side. Okay. And I did go to my karma cards and some more messages came through. Beware of the illusions that are coming your way, because you see how Neptune's eyes are covered. He's not really seeing things for what they are. Okay. So take those blinders off and don't idealize the situation too much. Okay. They're also saying you need to set some healthy boundaries with people because they're saying enablement. Okay. That's what's causing a lot of the overworking. Okay. And I also got that you're going through a major period of transformation and that your guides are here to help you through that because Pluto brings upheavals. Okay. And he's also going to bring up some really difficult past stuff that you're dealing with. And it's not just this life, but past lives that you're here to kind of learn from and remember. So they're asking you to get to the heart of some patterns in your life and other lives that you need to change and kind of flow in a different direction is what they're saying. You're literally developing these major kind of transformational upheavals so that you can release them. Okay. And that's going to open the doors for something new for you. And the new thing is you're developing your spirituality. They said that you can hear them and see them, but you have to start sitting in stillness and developing those channeling based abilities. Okay. They are with you. You have more than just your family. Okay. There's the angels. There are there's some galactics there. Okay. You've got a lot of energy around you that's helping you, and they're helping you step into the more spiritual side of your personality. And hey, that's why you're here. Okay. But yes, they are very, they're around you in spirit, and they do want to be in contact with you. And yeah, I know Tanys has a lot more, because they're saying, turn it over to Tanys. I'm like, okay. Okay, you're on mute, love.
So I'm getting these two older men that are here. I was getting the name Gord or Doug, but if that doesn't resonate, it might be somebody else. I have a whole crowd here tonight. So, but for you in particular, Nathan, there are two men here, older men. And one of them's wearing a hat, like a fedora. So it might be a father or uncle, like great uncle, like your dad's grandfather's brother, something like that is what's coming through. Like you've got a lot of them here, so they're all trying to talk to me at once. But there's like, it's like a father or an uncle, and then their father, whoever that is. Okay. They want you to communicate freely. Okay. Because they do hear you. So go ahead and speak to them, because there really are no barriers. Okay. You're breaking down the barriers, because I know that you see them and you feel them. So you're just looking for confirmation is what you're looking for. Right. So break down those barriers, because those barriers are just your perceptions. If you allow the perceptions to melt away, you'll be able to communicate with all of these family members. Okay. And there's some kind of renewing of your life. So you're getting rid of some clutter right now. And I feel like this clutter may be some mind clutter for you, because you will be soaring into joy. And they also want to let you know that they are in joy. Okay. You don't need to worry about them. They're really reveling in the radiance. Okay. They're full of light. For me, just so you know, if it's a ghost, for instance, that hasn't crossed over, they look different for me than the ones that have already crossed over. So these two that are coming through, they've crossed over. They really would just wanted to communicate with you. They wanted to tell you that I wish I had told you more often how much I love you. Okay. They want you to know their mind is free. They want you to believe in yourself, because you can do this. There's something that you've been questioning. Okay. You've been like going back and forth. Life is a series of choices. So choose love. Don't do the decision out of fear. Choose out of love. Love for you and love for those around you. Okay. And I picked a couple of guide cards for you, because it's busy. And they're really trying to get through. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if you have some anxiety and stuff, because it's a lot trying to come through for you. Okay. Lord Shiva is there. One of Michelle's favorites. Okay. And his is about transcendence. Rise up, honor your inner force. Steps are being given. Dance with the universe. So that's a step into your spirituality. Okay. And of course, the galactic stuff came out as well with Sanat Kumara. And it's a light activation. Shine your light. Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. That's Sanat Kumara. Okay. And then the third one is Mercury. Open communication. Get a weight off your chest. Speak up with love and be heard. And I feel like that's connected to this decision that you're trying to make. Okay. Make sure it's all in love. You're not going to go wrong if you can do things in love. Okay. With love and compassion for yourself and others. Okay. And they're just standing here smiling at me right now. So I guess we've covered what they wanted to cover, because they seem happy with that now, because they had been tapping on my head and they've stopped that. So that's a good thing. So well wishes from those gentlemen that are there for you, Nathan. Okay. Great
job. I do muscle testing and energy testing, and because you asked a question and you're looking for some answers, I entered your energy field to see what else was there for you, and that There's some trauma from your past. I'm not sure if you yourself were the baby or there was someone involved that was baby, but the biggest piece is to try and release that energy so that you can move into the joy and delight that you see in a little child, so that you can, be that young, playful, full of delight, full of just sheer joy and bliss. But that carefreeness that's going on. The subconscious release technique that I teach people can be a little bit confusing at times, but the simple phrase is, if you just want something to start with to help move you in the right direction, you take a deep breath in and hold it, because you can access the subconscious that way. So when you take the deep breath and hold it, you're just going to say in your head, I release all my negative emotions and any and all blocks that I have with positive emotions with my past, and then exhale. You're going to say that phrase 3 times. And if in the process of doing that, something comes to you, or there's a specific thing from your childhood that has been bothering you, stressing you, or coming back up again, I see people in consultation, not just women with their health and well-being. I see all sorts of people to help them move through some of those subconscious thoughts that keep coming out. And you may not be aware of what they are specifically, but through some conversation, they can be pulled out so that we can replace that energy with a more positive energy, so you can move through the pieces a little bit more easily that both Tanys and Michelle were talking about, so that you can lighten that burden and get back to the goal is, I'm feeling and sensing this, you get back to that carefree, that joyous, that there's that blissfulness, that delight of being a young child.
Beautiful advice, you guys. And I love how many guides you have.
Yeah.
That might be why I got the 10 of Wands too, because it was like a lot. So,
yeah.
Okay, Nathan, we hope that was helpful. And he says, okay, thanks. You're very welcome. All right. So we do have one more question, but I don't think you're in the room anymore. If you are, go ahead and say that you're here, Jasmine. Okay. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and close off the show. So just to provide you with just a little bit extra, Nathan, the mantra for Shiva, if you feel so inclined, is Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Ugh, okay, I didn't warm up, but it's Om Namah Shivaya, okay? And then for Mercury, it's Om Brahm Brim Braum Sa Budaya Namaha. And you could do either of those mantras via a mala, which is a set of beads, 108 times. Okay, I think Tanys has hers. She can show you what it looks like. Mine's over there. Yep. And so you would just, from end to end, go ahead and you can do those mantras, and those can really help you with your working with your guides. Okay. Mercury's going to open up that channel of communication and, help you with your intellect. And Shiva, he destroys ignorance and tamas. Okay. Tamas is inertia. It's basically coming out of the mud so that we can start that rajasic tendency and become the lotus. Okay. So we hope that was helpful. All right, guys, it's been over an hour. So I just want to, I want to thank both of you for your amazing energy today. And I want to thank all of you in the audience for joining us. We will be here next week with Jen. Yay. Yes, Jen is a holistic therapist and just a fantastic human being. And we're really looking forward to having her on. So I'm just going to go ahead and close off. My name is Michelle Marie. I am the owner and operator of Astrological Tarot. I am both an astrologer, tarot, and oracle reader. I do Vedic and Western astrology. And you can find me at astrologicaltarot.com. And I just want to say a special thank you for Karen, MD, Baby Making Genius, for joining us today. Thank you for being a wonderful guest. We love sharing your energy and great exercises. I really like the exercises. Yeah.
And I'm Tanys Coughlan from the Twillow Lifestyle Community, Twillow Lifestyle Academy. Quick reminder that we do have Survive and Thrive this holiday season series going on right now on live Twillow Lifestyle page at 5 o'clock Eastern this week. Different people each day. It's been awesome. And info session this weekend on Sunday for my Celtic Shamanic High Priest is on the website if you want to sign up for that. It is free. And looking forward to seeing you all.
Yay.
Thank you, Michelle Marie and Tanys. It's been a pleasure. It's always a pleasure being on the show. And for those of you, if this is a challenging time coming up, or you are looking to work with that question, what would I love? And work with your vision as to what you would love to have in your life. If you've never done that before, it's different than a vision board. It's different than New Year's resolutions. I haven't picked my exact date because I've been listening to Michelle Marie about some of this energy stuff. So I was thinking at first it was going to be the 20th, the 29th, but I don't know if I want to do it now in December. I might want to wait a few more days and do it the first week of January. And that'll be a free workshop. So it'll be posted on my Facebook page. So I believe that's what's on the bottom of the screen. So that's a way to get a hold of me. And that workshop will be free so that you can help really create the life that you would love, because you get to co-create. It's all up to you and what you perceive and believe and how you work with that. And as you bring in your guides and bring in all those other people to support you, or energies and beings, there's just so much that you can do. So work with not being limited with what's around us now, helping to shift that mindset.
Fabulous.
Beautiful.
That's exciting.
Beautiful.
All right. So we're sending everyone lots of love, and we'll
Lots
see
of
you next
love.
week. Take care.
Bye for now.